So since the last video, you guys have had a lot of positive comments, lots of questions. This video, sorry it took so long to make. We're going to go over the build, the loop, kind of answer any questions you guys had about it. I noticed there's quite a few. It's kind of hard to tell how the loop actually runs. So I'm going to dive in, show you guys every little trick I did, answer any possible questions you guys had in the comments as best I can. It's right after I sell you this one. Just kidding. Just kidding. So you're wondering how the loop runs. We come right over to the reservoir here, pumps in behind. This way, GPU, come straight over to the GPU, CPU, come out here, into this radiator. Then I have a hidden soft line tube coming from the other fitting around the back of the motherboard tray. So we'll turn it around and show you guys that. So we're at the back. As you can see, we got the soft tube coming from that radiator. I used a double 45 swivel fitting. Comes over to here, inlet, through the rad outlets here. Comes all the way around to the back underneath the motherboard. And I know it's a little tricky to see, but there's a soft tube coming up from underneath the motherboard into two 45-degree fittings, and then into a 90 into the rad. You could use another double 45 swivel. I just didn't have one on hand. This is what worked for me. It's what I had. Then we simply come out of here, all along here, back into the res. So everyone likes this drain valve. Let's pull it out here. It just kind of sweeps out like so. So all I've got going on here is a 90 coming out of the reservoir, another 90. This is a dual 45 swivel, so it really lets you manipulate it. And then this valve is actually made by, I don't know, I got it from Dark Side. They're in Canada here. It's a really nice little fitting. I think there's a couple other brands that make ones like this where you just kind of pull like that, and then it would let the fluid out. Obviously have a plug in it. But it's a really nice little setup. Works well. And just tuck it away there. You don't have to look at it. It is really hard to show this, but I did use a couple metal brackets here to actually shift the reservoir to the right because it was interfering with the graphics card. It's nothing fancy. I went to the hardware store, found some already kind of pre-made brackets. This is all existing radiator hardware. Nothing fancy. I just painted these brackets black. I'll try to leave a link in the description for a similar product that worked. But yeah, I did have to shift that. I know some of you guys are curious about that. So as far as how it's performing, it's pretty much only used for gaming, mainly just Escape from Tarkov. That's pretty much all I've been playing lately. Water is usually hovering around like 39C, 40C. GPU, maybe like 40 to 42C. CPU, I don't really see it go over 65. So it's doing a good job. It's brought down that water temperature, which is the whole reason I went to this upgrade. So it's been doing great, and the Lian fans have been good too. One thing I will point out is the rear fan, since the build, it was an intake. I switched it to exhaust, made no difference whatsoever. So if you've been like on the fence with making that decision, just know that like I tested it, not a degree change. I think potentially though the RAM may have gone up a couple degrees, but it's not really going to affect your performance. So yeah, it sums up how it's been running. So hopefully that clears up any questions you guys had. If I missed anything, leave a comment. I pretty much reply to all of them. I've been super surprised by all the positive comments. I'm going to keep making videos. I'm planning on doing a setup tour. I stream on Twitch a little bit, so that's actually what that PC is for. I've tested the Lian fans like with actual numbers against the Noctuas and some Corsair fans, so I'm gonna do a quick video on that. I invested a little bit. We're in 4K now. Probably looks a lot more pretty. Yeah, stay tuned for the next one. And again, thanks for all the positive comments. I'm totally shocked. We're at like 23,000 views on the build video. I'm just totally surprised, and it's motivated me to keep going. So I appreciate everything. Yeah, see you in the next one.